Britain. He just had to aim up straight away. Reese Pody Lane gets us underway, and there's a mistake from GB straight off the bat. And so they are going to hand possession to New Zealand on the 22 or thereabouts.
Yeah, and we know how dangerous New Zealand is really anywhere on the field with multiple threats, multiple playmakers, multiple scorers.
Crouch. Bind.
Maya Davis taking responsibility with the halfback duties. And away it comes for Pody Lane, straight into the hands of, Jasmine Felix Hotham, and straight away cutting a swathe through the Great Britain defence to score under the post. Jasmine Felix Hotham on the board for New Zealand.
Yeah, just like that, New Zealand's up. Off of that solid set piece. You see she cuts in. Cuts in so slippery, changed the pace, so deceptive. Felix Hotham in for 5.
Pody Lane converts, the New Zealand fans are happy, and it's a nice start, 7-0. Maya Davis, this impressive 19-year-old, will have a much bigger role this weekend. No Manaya Nuku for New Zealand after really nasty injury. Hope that recovery is going okay, Manaya. As New Zealand win a penalty here, and Hiddeny wants to get on with things. Here's Pody Lane, who actually wasn't due to be playing here this weekend, but comes back into the side. Here's break, first touch, has to put them on in the slippery conditions. Hiddeny working hard through the middle, and now Georgia Miller, nominee for World Rugby Player of the Year, and that is exactly why. Stands up the defence with ease, Georgia Miller.
Yeah, she's just so splendid, but does her team a favor. New Zealand doing what they do best, letting the ball do the work, just letting it move through the hands, and then you see Georgia Miller here having an option on the outside, but deciding to fake it until she makes it, and then tucks it in that right hand and gets in for 5.
Kicks away. New Zealand, though, 12-0. 2 quick tries. GB have had no ball, and they've slipped off tackles. Towering kickoff from Davis. And again, it's just caused issues for Great Britain. This is a 19-year-old who is a very proficient kicker, Davis, and she's caused all sorts for GB there.
Yes, not good news for GB starting this match. Been in this area of the field all match long, and we're just getting started.
Crouch. Bind.
Great Britain's coach Giselle Mather said they've had a consistency issue this season, and they have. It's been an Achilles issue, an Achilles heel for them. There's away come New Zealand again, scooting across. As Felix Hotham couldn't link up. Great tackle made by Bonner. Pody Lane slides in to clear the ball away. Davis, look at the width on the passing from New Zealand. Miller, hands this time go to ground. It's gone backwards, says the referee. As Tinetti takes the contact. Davis, back for Hiddeny. Nice quick hands. Here's Kelsey Tinetti on the edge coming across. Torley slips through her. And again, New Zealand are just cutting Great Britain to ribbons at the moment.
And Tinetti with the double 8s on her back with 5 points, but New Zealand electing to play the short side here, and Tinetti with the outstanding footwork cuts in and has no answer, or Torley has no answer for her. She was just caught too upright, reaching for the top on the tackle, and that's just not going to work when you've got active legs and power like Tinetti.
Conversion goes over from Davis too. It has been all New Zealand. 19 points to 0. Still 2.5 to go in this first half. Pody Lane stabs a low, driving, darting restart, which Bonner gets to just in time as Miller comes at her. Finally some hands on ball for GB, but it's still awkward. We go back to tidy up.
No.
Well, it's Georgie Lingham. And now that squirted through the hands, and oh, Poldy Lane! Just so voracious to get to that loose ball and score for New Zealand.
Yeah, and that's just accurate anticipation, but look at this defense by New Zealand. They're all over it, and as you stated, Pori Lane in. That's magic. Woo, the hands are like sticky.
Well, as I said, she was actually not meant to play this weekend because she is going to be joining the 15s team. But because of the injury to Manaia Nuku, has come across for this one. And, well, she has had some season-leading point scorer, Reese Poldy Lane. And New Zealand 24-0. 24-0 in the hands. The ball has been in the hands of Michaela Brake once. Oh, Miller's ripped this away too. That looked a little forward, but it'll be play on. And now, there it is, the intercept, and they won't stop Katie Schilliker. She has got great gas. Brake is going to chase, but Schilliker with a head start. And that is great. Eyes up play from Great Britain to get something in this half. Katie Schilliker, first appearance since Perth, and gets a great try for them.
Well, just when you thought they were down and out, Schilliker comes and saves the day to give this Great Britain squad some hope. She read this one so well. Beautiful anticipation, beautiful timing to pick it off, and then, you know, that was pretty much all she wrote.
Great eyes up from Schilliker. She's a really promising talent. Got her team on the score sheet, 24 points to 7 now. Just a little foothold that GB needed, having been under the pump for the best part of 6.5 minutes. New Zealand happy to keep playing. That's the halftime siren. Hirini. Now quick pick and go from Tinetti, linking up with Davis. Good footwork, he finds a player on the shoulder. It's Felix Hotham who got Uren at the same time as the ball. New Zealand maintain possession and they still want to play. Miller tries to go around the outside of Torley. Good defence from Lauren Torley. He's been GB's best this season. New Zealand looking for a hole up the middle, and Felix Hotham gets away. Started the scoring in the half. Straight up the middle again, Jasmine Felix Hotham. New Zealand kept playing, and they get a 5th try in the first half.
Well, again, the deception of New Zealand has taken this GB team by surprise. You see they're just moving the ball east to west, and then Felix Hotham decides to turn up and turn out. She just takes it up the field and literally doesn't get out of 3rd gear to get this one in.
Good work, mates. Good to see.
Well, after conceding that intercept try, New Zealand peg another one back, and they go into halftime 31 points to 7. Hard words in their halftime huddle. As the second half gets underway. New Zealand, the regular season champions, but they were 3rd last year in the World Championship in Madrid. Lost to Canada in pool play, and then Australia rather in the semis. As Felix Hotham goes forward into contact. Oh, lovely little flick ball from Hirini to find Tinetti. She's going to try and back herself down the edge. Does well, Kelsey Tinetti, but Heather Cowell's got in there, and she'll win possession back for GB. Great hustle from Cowell.
Yeah, Tinetti with the good run, but just didn't have the support. And that was pretty simple defense by Great Britain, but beautiful pass by Hirini. What a flick. Just gets isolated.
Crouch.
That's a slam to the face, though.
Shona Campbell did well to stick with it. So some hands-on ball early in this half for Great Britain. Let's see what they can do with it as it's crashed up with Vicky Laughlin. And a penalty will help their cause.
And that's only the first penalty by New Zealand of this match. They've obviously dominated on attack.
As you said, just 2 pools of 4 teams, so the top 2 from each progress straight through to a semi-final. Canada already with a big win in this group, so got to be on point straight away. It's such a ruthless, cutthroat format. Away it comes again for the tall, lean figure of Laughlin in the middle. No Isla Norman Bell this week too for GB, must be noted. Their regular playmaker, one of the leaders in their team. Here's Uren. Speaking of leaders, up the middle she goes, dragging Hirani with her. Away it comes for Heather Cow, back in the side after missing Hong Kong and Singapore, up over halfway. Abby Brown. Uren, she's trying to get around the outside of Felix Hotham and Poldy Lane. It's a tough duo to break now. A little bit of room on the edge here for Schilliker taking on break. He's had to hold up and then wrestle to the ground. Noted too, no Grace Crompton either this week for Great Britain. Shoulder surgery, wishing her well in recovery. New Zealand's defence is driving Great Britain backwards at the moment. No way through. Campbell again, slammed to the turf, and New Zealand will get the penalty. It felt inevitable. And away they go through Reese Poldy Lane into the hands of Michaela Brake. She hasn't had a lot of ball go her way. And look what she can do when it does. Just scoot it away to grab her first of the weekend.
Yeah, and that was one of the easier tries for Michaela Brake. The turnover here from this vicious defense by New Zealand, and then into the hands of Brake coming in on at pace on that right side. No match. No match. Schilliker couldn't shut her down.
Time off.
So there is Michaela Brake. This is all-time points scorer. So she started the weekend just 37 behind Tyler King, so now make that 32. She has kicked a couple of conversions as well in the past season or so. Trying to track down her former teammate as the all-time leading point scorer in women's sevens history.
What are you saying on Hayley?
Well, if anybody can do it, she'll do it. And I have no doubt she will do it this weekend.
Another 7 tries or perhaps a couple of conversions.
Yeah, still holding. Thank you. Yeah, pressure off, thank you.
36 points to 7. New Zealand have got some fresh legs out there. GB rolling some subs on too. Just getting the lineups confirmed. Justine McGregor, Mahina Paul for New Zealand. Charlotte Woodman out there for GB. Stacey Walker as well into the fray and helping win possession back for New Zealand. As they work through the middle. Here is McGregor, just her second ever tournament. She's a really bright talent as well. And she's put New Zealand just a few metres out from the line, and then the quick pick. It opened up for Maya Davis, and with her vision and talent, she'll take that every time.
Yeah, and that's just magic made on this left side, this portion of the field closer to your screen. McGregor here with a big run, and then look at this vision by Davis to just pick it, dancing alongside that touch line, and gets 5. Look at that. That's just happiness.
New Zealand doing it in a canter at the moment, and that allows them to bring new players on in a debut for Jamie Colossi. Called into the side last week, a standout for the Blues in Super Rugby. Joining the 15 side as well, but now making her sevens debut. Olive Watherston out there too for New Zealand. There's some fresh faces for the Black Ferns sevens, going to close out this match while the veteran Sarah Hirani just carries on. Cow GB, nice quick hands from Brown, and now Laughlin. This is better from Great Britain.
82, step back.
New Zealand, they better just push up in defence. See if Cal can get around the outside.
leg,
They
play
cling
on.
on. It's gone off the knee. It's play on. Might have been held back there, but it's still there for New Zealand. And now here's a touch for Colossi. It's really ragged all over the show. A messy period of play.
Time off.
Yeah, a little messy there.
8 red.
Great Britain really in the hunt to try to recover possession, putting the pressure on New Zealand, making them cough it up.
Thank you very much. Yeah, there's our mark. Time on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Great Britain set the scrum just on their own side of halfway. Lots of options for Shona Campbell and away she comes. It's a really good surge from Campbell off the base of that scrum. Going herself, Shona Campbell, Hiddeny chasing, just drags her down. What a surge from Campbell. Now New Zealand try and pull through. They'll concede the penalty, will Hiddeny. And now they get back, but Shona Campbell has put Great Britain on the front foot. Now she clears away. Looking for something to finish this match out strongly. Oh, Cal, millimetres from the line. Just stopped. Laughlin for Woodman, and it does come for Great Britain. It's Charlotte Woodman who gets the score, but put it down to the work of Shona Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell with the big run. Look at that, just taking it up the field for her Great Britain team. And you see Hiddeny coming in on the tackle. Saved that try, actually. But nothing to be done here. Nice little easy 2-on-1. Woodman in for 5.
Another player returning this week for GB. Good finish from Charlotte Woodman. Tried to stick in the fight, Great Britain here. And New Zealand will be well and truly done. They will get their first win on the board as they chase this World Championship crown. It is New Zealand 41, Great Britain 12. New Zealand dominant performance with some new faces as well.